Is Yellowstone over after 1923 Season 2? 1923 Season 2 will be the end of the Yellowstone prequel. And here's what it means for Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone franchise. Premiering February 23 on Paramount+, 1923 Season 2 continues the saga of Jacob Dutton, Harrison Ford, and Cara Dutton, Helen Mirren, defending their Montana ranch from adversaries keen on taking their land. Meanwhile, Spencer Dutton, Brandon Sklinner, hurries home from Africa to help his family wage war, despite being separated from his new English bride, Alexandra Julia Schlapfer. Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan's present-day set neo-western, starring Kevin Costner as John Dutton IEA, became one of the biggest shows on television throughout its 5 seasons on the Paramount Network. Yellowstone's success spawned a franchise detailing the history of the Dutton clan in Montana, starting with the prequel 1883, which streamed on Paramount Plus for 1 season. 1923 picks up the Duttons' story 40 years later. Yellowstone also sparked a growing franchise of TV shows on Paramount Plus executive, produced by Taylor Sheridan, including Mayor of Kingstown, Tulsa King, and Landman. 1923 Season 2 is also the final season of Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren's Yellowstone prequel. 1923 was designed by Taylor Sheridan to run for 2 seasons of 8 episodes each. After 1923 Season 1's successful December 2022 premiere, Paramount Plus renewed 1923 for Season 2 on February 2023, with the actors returning to wrap up this chapter of the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch in Montana. 1923 Season 2 concludes the second chapter of the Duttons' family timeline, but the Yellowstone saga is far from over. Yellowstone is growing beyond the Duttons' history while continuing the story of some of Yellowstone's main characters, like Beth Dutton, Kelly Riley, and Rip Wheeler, Colhauser. Yellowstone is a cornerstone of Taylor Sheridan's expansive TV empire, and a major IP Paramount is keen to continue after the end of the original Yellowstone TV series. Yellowstone aired its final episode with the Season 5 finale on December 15, 2024. Yellowstone Season 5 was planned to be split into 2 parts, with Yellowstone Season 5's first 8 episodes airing on Paramount Network from November 13, 2022 to January 1, 2023. However, this production schedule clashed with series star Kevin Costner's plans to direct his own Western movie saga, Horizon, an American saga. Costner ultimately chose not to return to film the second half of Yellowstone Season 5. After Kevin Costner exited Yellowstone, Paramount and Taylor Sheridan made the decision to kill off Costner's John Dutton character. The remaining 6 episodes of Yellowstone Season 5 became about his children, Beth and Case Dutton, Luke Grimes, coping with John's death, and deciding the future of the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch. Yellowstone Season 5 finale is effectively the end of the main series. However, Yellowstone's story isn't over. Even with the original Yellowstone series now concluded, followed by 1923 after Season 2, Yellowstone has 4 spin-offs in various stages of development. Before Yellowstone wrapped Season 5, Paramount announced a spin-off about Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler. Yellowstone Season 5's finale set up what's next for Beth and Rip after they moved on from the now sold and defunct Yellowstone Dutton Ranch. Currently in production, The Madison, starring Michelle Pfeiffer and Matthew Fox, is a present-day set Yellowstone spin-off about a New York City couple moving to Montana. The Madison is the next series to expect from the Yellowstone saga. Another Dutton prequel, 1944, was greenlit by Paramount as well. Taylor Sheridan is also developing a spin-off about the 6666 ranch scene in Yellowstone, which could star Jefferson White, who played Jimmy in Yellowstone. Even after 1923 Season 2 ends, there is plenty more Yellowstone on the horizon. The sprawling universe of Yellowstone has captured audiences worldwide with its rich storytelling, intense drama, and unforgettable characters. With the announcement of 1923 Season 2, fans have begun to wonder, is this the end of the Yellowstone saga? The short answer is no, but the question deserves a deeper dive into the legacy of Taylor Sheridan's ambitious storytelling and the future of the Yellowstone franchise. A legacy in the making. To understand the scope of Yellowstone's impact, it's important to consider how far the series has come. The original show, starring Kevin Costner as John Dutton, introduced viewers to the harsh realities of running the largest contiguous ranch in the United States. From political power plays to family betrayals, Yellowstone became a cultural phenomenon, with its themes of loyalty, survival, and identity resonating deeply with audiences. Sheridan didn't stop there. The franchise expanded with prequels like 1883 and 1923, each exploring different eras of the Dutton family. 1883 chronicled the harrowing journey of James and Margaret Dutton as they established their Montana homestead. Meanwhile, 1923 explored a turbulent time for the family during Prohibition and the Great Depression, led by Jacob and Cara Dutton, played masterfully by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. While 1883 was designed as a one-season limited series, 1923's renewal for a second season signals a broader intent to flesh out the Duttons' generational story in greater detail. But does this mean the Yellowstone universe will end with 1923? Not necessarily. Taylor Sheridan's vision. Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind the Yellowstone universe, has never been one to follow conventional storytelling rules. His approach is rooted in authenticity, often inspired by real historical events and the untamed landscapes of the American West. In interviews, Sheridan has expressed a desire to tell stories that are both epic in scale and deeply personal. The Dutton saga, at its core, is a multi-generational tale of resilience and sacrifice. Sheridan has hinted that there are more chapters to this story, possibly extending beyond 1923. His ability to weave intricate narratives across different timelines suggests that the Yellowstone universe is far from running out of steam. The end of Yellowstone as we know it. One reason fans might worry about the franchise's future is the ongoing uncertainty surrounding the flagship Yellowstone series. Reports of behind-the-scenes tensions, particularly involving Kevin Costner's scheduling conflicts, have led to speculation about the show's direction. Could Yellowstone end after its fifth season? And if it does, what will this mean for the Dutton legacy? Even if the original series concludes, the franchise's universe is expansive enough to continue. Sheridan's world-building has created a rich tapestry of characters and historical context, providing fertile ground for spin-offs and sequels. The success of 1883 and 1923 proves that audiences are eager to explore different facets of the Dutton family's history. What lies beyond 1923? While 1923 focuses on the early 20th century, there are countless other periods in American history that could serve as a backdrop for future stories. Imagine a series set during World War II, exploring how the Dutton family copes with the challenges of a world at war, or a series set in the 1960s, highlighting the cultural upheaval of the era and its impact on the ranch. There's also the possibility of spin-offs focusing on individual characters. Could we see a young Rip Wheeler navigating life on the ranch before the events of Yellowstone? Or perhaps a series centered on Monica and Case's children, exploring the family's future in the modern age. Sheridan has already announced plans for a spin-off titled 6666, set on the historic Four Sixes Ranch in Texas. This series promises to explore a different aspect of ranching life while maintaining the gritty realism that fans have come to expect from Sheridan's work. The introduction of 6666 suggests that the Yellowstone universe is evolving, with room for fresh perspectives and new stories. The power of historical context. One of the reasons 1883 and 1923 have resonated so deeply is their grounding in historical events. These prequels don't just tell the Dutton family story. They also offer a window into the broader challenges and triumphs of their time. By intertwining personal drama with historical context, Sheridan has created a franchise that feels both intimate and epic. Future installments could continue this trend, exploring pivotal moments in American history through the lens of the Duttons. The Reconstruction era, the Civil Rights Movement, or the technological boom of the late 20th century all offer intriguing possibilities. Why 1923 matters. As we look ahead, it's worth considering why 1923 is so pivotal to the franchise. The series bridges the gap between the gritty frontier life of 1883 and the modern-day struggles of Yellowstone. It provides crucial context for the family's resilience and the sacrifices that shaped their legacy. Season 2 of 1923 is expected to delve deeper into these themes, exploring how Jacob and Kara navigate the economic and social challenges of their era. With a stellar cast and Sheridan's masterful storytelling, 1923 promises to be a cornerstone of the franchise. A world without limits. The Yellowstone universe has proven that it's more than just a TV series, it's a cultural phenomenon. While 1923 Season 2 may mark the end of one chapter, it's unlikely to be the final word on the Dutton family saga. Sheridan's storytelling prowess and the franchise's expansive world ensure that there's plenty of room for new stories, characters, and eras.